Hey, it is another session of the School of 5D. Um, I think I have the video speed on slow, and I don't know how to change it or something. I'm not exactly the tech in the room. I did want to talk about many things. One is how to come awake in your dreaming body, and I suppose that I'm not going to, because I think that a lot of you have that information already, and a lot of people have put the information out. I think what I want to say about the dream time is that it is another dimension, and it is also a portal to other dimensions. And often you hear that meditation is also that, and it is. What I want to talk about, more importantly than developing metaphysical skills such as intuition or becoming adept in your dreams, or having a great intuition. I also want to talk about something I've talked about in other videos, which is all of the immaterial aspects that seem to have been forgotten by this society, but are being held as torches by others. Things like courage and valor and sincerity and honesty and we like to say light and love, and really love as a way of life, or unity and a unity consciousness. Well, all of these things, I think, have been moving along rather well for a lot of us, and many more of us than perhaps I thought was possible. And I like to call 2018 the new 2012, because many of us who have been developing these immaterial, valuable assets with our free will, as opposed to following along and being part of what is called the sheeple, or the herd mentality, or the normies, and becoming enslaved in many different ways. We do see clearly, I think, that the other side of this coin, which is a lot of extremely harmful, extremely negative behavior. Of course, we immediately point the finger at our governments and corporations and the elite, the cabal, the Illuminati, the bad guys. But we also are beginning to see around us that everyday people are making this choice to not consider equality, justice, to be remarkably self-serving, as opposed to in service to others, or having an expanded consciousness which would allow them to take in the tragic state of the world, or having developed emotional intelligence or empathy. Many people call themselves empaths, and I think that it's the dog thingy they're drinking. I think that this is a situation of our natural, very strong empathy, which is a tool, and it's a good one to have. I think that all of this is about the choice and the free will choice, and that we have gotten to that place in the Anishinaabe prophecy of the 7 fires, the last fire, talks about the fork in the road. And I have been posting that what's at the end of the rabbit hole is a fork in the road, and that it's very important that you take these modalities that represent higher consciousness and evolved beings, and that speak to what I suppose has been termed enlightened beings, and that we really step into owning and this as a very important aspect that is going to be developed further as this split occurs. Now, if any of you are familiar with Dolores Cannon's work, or she's not the only one to speak about a split or the new earth. And of course we know the new earth is mentioned in Revelation 21 in the Bible, and I find it hilarious. A lot of times when people speak, they give a lot of really good references, and then of course they give the biblical references, though this is the definitive one that ought to just totally convince you. So that's, I don't know if that is the one that does that or not. It might. It is a profound piece of prophetic wisdom, for sure. Anyways, the split seems to be on, and I think that it's very good that we look at modalities of self-healing, and we start to look at any ascension symptoms that might be happening to us, and we address those by taking in lots of water, and put some Himalayan sea salt and a little bit of lemon juice in that water, and you'll be able to take in more of the moisture associated with that. There's a whole bunch of other things you can do. I'm not going to give you a bunch of ascension relief symptoms advice either. I think what I really, really wanted to impart is that the split is truly on, and that it is very, very important that you forgive yourself, forgive others, and do whatever it is that you define as raising your vibration. Right now, my vibration, as you can see, is being raised by the fact that the last puppy of the 10 that my dog had is kind of got the broom and is pretty sure that the puppy's pretty sure that they can keep the broom from my adult dog, and is doing a good job of it right now. So, excuse me, what does this new earth entail, and what does it really mean? Well, a lot of people need to be reminded that there are civilizations that have completely vanished, and there was a reason for that. And also that when we look at the planets surrounding us, they appear desolate. So we can start to really, really ground into what we may understand as different perceptions of visual perceptions, and even perceptions of reality that are based on sound, light, and vibration. And of course we can look to a lot of the new quantum teachings, or not teachings, they're ancient teachings really, new quantum science, that is going to explain what I mean when I say this is all sound, light, and vibration. So I do believe that this vibratory leap is going to happen very soon, and when I say soon, I mean whatever that means, because the time is going faster right now, and we are learning again, from the ancient teachings and the new quantum science, that there are many realities happening here at once, and that the shift to another dimension, well, another vibration, I like to myself liken it to a chord, a sound. Maybe you can think of many strands, many strands. It's one unified chord. But along all of those strands of this chord, which are different notes put together, that's what a chord is. Even though, as I said in one of my previous videos, even a note has varying tones, microtones. You may not think you can hear them, but you can. And so to move along this bandwidth of sound and light and vibration is really quite simple. The only simple thing you need to understand is a very simple term that gets used a lot, and that is being in tune. You need to be in tune. If you're off key or out of that particular range, then you're singing another song. And so I do believe that is what is going to happen, is that within ourselves, within our essence, our tone, and if you do come to Peace Camp this summer, I will be having Skoolof5d in the forest, and it looks like a very amazing person who's probably watching this video is going to loan the Skoolof5d a yurt, so that we have a lovely place to be together and learn together and teach together. We will be able to get in to a position where this dimensional shift can happen very easily, as it is that we pull ourselves into our true nature and the complete and whole vibration that surrounds us in the forest. Of course, I cannot remember what I was saying before, because the dogs are ripping apart the rug. I'll be back in 1 second. I need not touch. No, don't do anything with that. Oh, I really need to go get puppy things. And of course it is important, not that I can remember what I was saying before the puppy chewing the rug distracted me. It is important that you do not get bogged down by the negative vibration, which is increasing. So it's as our positive vibration increases, the negative vibration increases. Some people like to describe it as, the archons and the bad aliens and the bad people and the bad reptilian overlords. They're hanging on. Well, of course they are. And they're building, they're wanting what they want. And we're wanting what we want. And in all of this yearning, it looks like everyone's going to get what they want. I know that some people believe that the earth is going to be cleared of the negative elements, and I suppose. But the thing about it is that that would be a lot of clearing in a sense, and it also does take away the free will choice of those who enjoy power over. They enjoy petty tyrancy. They enjoy a lack of sincerity. They like wearing a false face and a false mask. They like to be bullshitted, and they like to bullshit, and they like it every day. So I don't see at this point how to convince people to prefer the truth. And I do believe, though, that the whole energy and especially the power of the mind to create is strong, and that is simply what is happening. So, and of course, everything that's happening really was foretold. There are so many different prophecies we can refer to, and I know, like I said, that we lost steam in 2012 when everything that is happening now didn't happen, but it is happening now. So please stay close to what is pure, and realize that it only makes sense that as the positive vibration increases, so does the negative one, and that as they do this, and then this split occurs, that all will be well, and those of us who wish to evolve in accordance with the original timeline, which was interfered with, will do that. And those that wish to continue to be stagnant or even devolve will, in this free will universe, do so. But I encourage you to please stay bright and shine your light everywhere, and do not be afraid. We have overcome many things, including the fear of death. So, and if you haven't yet, I'd like you to just study some Buddhism or something quickly, but it won't take long. You'll get it. Boom. Alright, I have to keep my puppy from destroying this place. So thank you very much for watching, and there will be another Skoolof5d session at some point. Namaste. Now I'm gonna go.